remember it going.
I never thought to bait the hook with a whole human body, but you know,
I can't back out now.
10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Oh, the echo! I hate hearing my own voice. God damn it!
Is it me? What are we hearing it from?
That was me.
Curse you! Saren's folly strikes again.
That actually scared me too.
Okay.
I think that after we got a whole bunch of shark sushi, we pulled into a port whose name I don't remember.
You guys don't know the name.
An eastern
Right.
port.
Yes, we pulled into a port, and Gerald said he was gonna try and hire a whole bunch of crew and become a pirate or something.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Either way.
Did we ever try taking down the pirate flags?
Nope.
What colors are we flying here?
You are flying red.
There's going to be so many guards at the docks.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually going to say that one of the sailors actually pulled down the flag for you, because they would not be caught dead following a red flag ship. So,
He did it during the shark fight.
yeah. So, we'll go with that. But yeah, so you guys basically, you were, you managed to, with the help of some of the sea people, tie the ships together after some interesting experience with some giant sharks. Saren catching the sharks and then, being one shot by the sharks, I think was how it went, if I remember correctly. And anyways, you managed to get away. You distract the sharks. You sacrificed some eagles to the sharks to get them away. Managed to kill one. Kept half of its body for food and resources. And with the help of the bull and the sea people and the ship, you navigated to a city. And you pulled into port and were directed where to dock. And your ship has just pulled in, both of them behind. The crew on the docks are helping get the damaged ship into dock next to you. For all intents and purposes, we will label your ships here in green. One ship and two ships. So this is where you guys are right now.
Okay.
You've just pulled into dock. You've been helped to dock out, planks are down. And that's where we
Time
start
to explore.
tonight. So,
I say we find an inn and just kiss the ground. Kiss it many times.
Yeah.
so are you guys getting off the ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you get off the ship, you see the harbor master, who's there, looking at both the ships. He goes, "Where do you hail from?"
Everlook.
"Oh, that's rare these days. How long are you staying?"
Maybe a week.
Until our ships are fixed, I guess.
Yeah. We're hoping to get fast fix in there, but
"Bringing anything goods into the city or out?"
just us and our equipment.
Okay. Who's just us? How many are we talking?
Counts them all out and then starts counting the former slaves on the ship and then gives that whole number.
Okay. Well, the city's pretty busy. I recommend you rotate people in and out so that we don't fill up all the ends. It's pretty busy right now. So, might be better sleeping in your ships, but you figure it out. Dock fees with no goods, 100 gold for the dock fee for the two boats. And we have repair services. If you want to, patch up the ships there, we can give you an estimate, see what you got.
Can we get an estimate on the, she points to the former pirate ship, Saren's Folly there. And Also, is the dock fees for like the week we're staying, or will it count for as long as we're docked?
Dock fee it's 1 week.
1 week. Okay.
50 gold a week. Yeah.
50
We have
gold.
limited docks, right? We got to get the boats in and out, right?
Alrighty.
There's also a tax, 10% on all goods in and out. So if you guys are bringing things in, you got to declare them. Okay. Make sure they're in the ledger. Nothing big. Anything over, anything carryable is fine. But anything over a crate has to be declared. So if you guys are buying goods, supplies, whatever, you have to let me know.
I'm gonna whisper over to Buckles. Are we gonna be selling any of the shark jerky at all?
Not gonna see why no.
Because I think that qualifies as a good.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I've got some good meat from the sea.
Okay. Well, you bring it on board, you let us know, and we'll give you an estimate of the cost. And like I said, we take 10%. That's the standard dock fees. And, enjoy our fairy little city. Welcome to Daichuen. Is an elvish name.
Daichuen?
Yeah, it is spelled, and I'll just bring it up for you. It's D-C-H-E-I-W-E-N.
Okay.
So it's like D-Chuen.
Does it have any special meaning to it? Like a meaning behind the name?
Special meaning, of course. Our name is the ancient Elvish word for intellect.
Why?
Yeah, there was a very wise man who set up port here. Saw it as a key place for business.
Sorry, what was the name for the town?
It's D-C-H-E-I-W-E-N.
By the way, you said the town's busy. What is there anything going on in town?
Oh, no, well, busy, just busy. W-E-N at the end. Buckles, but close enough. Well, it's just we've got an increase of trade. All the ships that can't get into Everlook are coming here because we're the closest inbound port. So, knock on wood, but it's been pretty good for us.
Could you tell us how far it is to Everlook?
Sure. And do you have a map?
I run on the boat and I grab the captain's map and bring it out.
Okay. So you guys see this wonderful map here. I've moved the page, right?
Yep.
So see this fuzzy thing right here?
Hey.
This is Daichuen right here.
Oh, like on the end of that little dotted line?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have a higher detailed one that's in the Everlook media. If you scroll up above my
So basically, right at the tip here.
yeah, between those two peninsulas, basically. So what you guys know is that it seems like everything in here, which is basically the Everlook is huge because it's the farthest inbound city, right? You want to get goods up north, west, all of this area in like here and in here has to go through Everlook. Right now, based on the storm, all this stuff in here is all blocked, which is the capital, Everlook, and all that. Hey, Gerald, how's it going? So basically, what you can make out is based on the storm. It seems like everyone else has to come either to this sort of town or some of the other smaller towns, or maybe like even like all the way. If you want to get to the capital, like it's the capital region, Solaria, is completely blocked off. The closest sort of land route to it is all the way down here or in here.
Okay.
So whatever is blocking this port is basically isolating not only Everlook but the capital of the Great Solarian Empire as well.
All right.
And that's probably why this town's so busy.
I'm gonna
Do you have
step
any
up to
idea how long it
the.
would take us to get to Everlook from here, miles wise,
Oh,
property wise.
by land, I would say it's I don't know. Maybe I think it's about a month.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just because you kind of there's no real road. You kind of have to go through the roughs a little bit, you take the sort of smaller country roads to Hatta, which is the big port. And then Hatta has a northern road that goes all the way up to Everlook. You can cut across the forest straight north, but there's no real big roads. It might be faster. You'd probably do it in 2 weeks if you didn't run into problems, but those aren't really regulated areas. Lots of dangerous creatures and the like, and fey magics and things in those woods. We try to stick to the roads.
Did you say Fae?
Lots of weird gizmos. People see knights and disappear, and virgin sacrifices, and the like.
Oh, jeez, virgin.
It's sketchy stuff. We don't.
I would love to see that one day. Not today. I don't want to die.
I stick to the town. I grew up here. My dad grew up here. It's a good little town.
You'd probably know the town pretty well then.
Yes, as a dockmaster, I know all the ins and outs here.
Are there any shops that deal in magic items or
Of
books?
course, and they're booming now. Before it wouldn't be that great. You want to look magic items, okay? You want to look for Florist Gump. That's the name of our magic shop. He sells Florist Gump. Yes, he's a florist. Mainly, but he also sells in the enchantments and the herbs and the magical things of sort. Not a huge place, it's very nice. There's also the Whimsical Mouse, which is down a ways near the market. And there's the Central Market, of course, which has a bunch of peddlers every day in and out, different merchants, different wares, all kinds of things. I recommend checking out the local shops because it's good business, support the town.
If you don't mind me asking, but how long has these unfortunate events been going on?
Well, you think it's been about a month since things have really picked up. And we've been hearing rumors that, getting into Everlook's been trickier and trickier. But things have really picked up this last month for us. I gotta say, it's been pretty busy. My knees are old, my bones are old.
I have to ask, is it always so calm at sea out there? Is it normal for there to be no wind blowing?
No.
In this general area?
No, but it's great business for those magic users, let me tell you. Boats are having all kinds of shipping problems, but normally no. It's been pretty quiet as of late. We've had good weather for merchants coming in.
Can I get directions to those magic shops?
I can show them to you here. You're gonna basically go down a ways, okay, and you'll see there's a fountain in sort of the middle of town, and there's a smaller shop off to the side. You'll see that is the Florist Glump's place. You have the Whimsical Mouse a little bit closer to the central area. And there's some taverns around there as well, and such. And
which would you say is the rowdiest of the taverns?
Well, the Fat Statue Watering Hole is one of my favorites. It's got some good whiskey, but we try to keep things civil here. If not, you want a little bit more upscale. You have the Tall Whale Tavern. You get your fixins there for your tall whale, if you know what I mean. That's what you need. Like I said, we have most of the other ones are pretty full up right now. But you're welcome to take a look around. It's just normally it's busy. We're more hospitable than this, but it's a little bit busy.
How long will it take to get the estimate on fixing, I guess, both boats? We might as well get the estimate on both.
Oh, it's a little bit busy. I'd say about a day. We'd know what we have to do to get them right and ready, and depending on the work,
alrighty.
it could take a week or two max to fix them, but we can probably get them in a pretty good shape before you guys have to leave in a week.
And where would we go to see about supplying our boats with rations for our next travels?
Yeah, you're gonna go to the Whimsical Mouse. It's a general goods store. It's right near the market as well. Here, it's a big 2-story sort of sectional building there.
Wait, is that the Whimsical Mouse? I thought the Whimsical Mouse was the other one in that same area.
Sorry, the Whimsical Mouse is the southern one. That big one there is the fat, the tall whale.
Yeah.
And then the other inn is the one over here, which is the fat statue watering hole.
Okay, and then the general store is which one?
It is this one over here.
Okay, and what's it called?
That is the general store is the Whimsical Mouse.
Oh, so it's both. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a general store and goods and stuff. They sell pretty much anything general that you want to do there. They don't sell magic items, but anything for ship, boat, food, they got all that stuff.
All right, then we'll check them out after. I'm sure Saren wants to get to the magical store as soon as possible.
Aye, and don't forget to check out a show, okay?
Ooh, a show.
Yeah. You can go visit the Fluffy Hazelnut. It's down there. There's a fighting arena where people test their skills. It's there. It's a great show.
Any prize money to be won?
Aye, there's the daily prizes and the weekly prize. If you sign up for the special on the weekend, you fight a monster. If you're able to defeat the monster, you can win a prize.
Is this solo fights or
No. Group fights. We don't like the one-on-one.
Yeah.
I happen to know a group.
Big fights. There's a cost to get in for the group fights, though. You can't just show up. Take some time to catch those monsters. We don't want anybody just showing up. But there's money to be had. We don't throw them all the time, but now the town's busy, so we're pulling out all the stops, eh?
Alrighty.
How many
Well then.
people usually survive the monster fights?
Oh, we have some healer folks around. We try to get in and make sure there's only a fatality, once a month maybe. It's very rare.
Okay, once a month. That's not bad.
Speaking of entertainment, do you know any place where people just go to generally play music, perform, maybe some book reading?
You mean like a tavern?
Yeah, like you have
That's true.
you have the taverns. Per se, you go to the city hall. I mean, you get there's some performers now. Recently, there's a couple merchant performers that have shown up, and they perform by the city well. There's a big statue in the middle, hence the name, the big statue, the fat statue. It's the name of one of our founding patrons. Old Fat Nick founded our city. So wise, that elf. I don't know why they call
Well,
him
you've
that.
been very helpful. Thank
Thank you very much.
I take off.
Actually, I
Off to
want
the
to take a
magic
good.
store.
Yeah, I want to take a good look at the new ship that we just got.
Yeah.
Is there any names on it?
No.
Just an unnamed ship.
Yeah. Any there's not even a front. I forget what they're called. They're normally have like some kind of animal or something at the front of the ship to depict it. It seems like all that stuff was ripped off and stripped off. It seems like it was made nondescript for a reason. Anything that's out of like not normal has been stripped off.
No license plate. Damn. Okay.
Basically.
Magic store. Magic store.
Pay the
To
money
the
now,
magic
like
store.
Or like later.
Sorry, what was that, Noah?
And do we have to pay the money for the ships now? Like it's extra.
Oh yes, we
No,
should
no,
sort
you-
that out.
I was trying to get them not to remember.
Oh.
Your good friend is sitting there.
50
Hands
gold
up. It's 50 gold a piece for the ship.
a piece.
Yeah.
I'll front 50 gold.
So wait, it's 50. It's 100 gold
For the two
for the
ships.
two ships
For the 1 week.
for the 1 week. So we pay it, and it's pretty much
Right.
So how many of us are there? Because we should be able to split it pretty evenly, right?
That's all right. I just front. I can front 50 gold, and then
For one of the ships?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I have some magical items I want to buy, so I can hop in like 25 for the one of the other ships, and maybe someone will split it with me.
maybe
Sure.
we can find
Alright.
something on the Fae. That's always a treat.
All right.
Alright.
You guys need anything? You look for Riley. Okay, that's my name. Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Riley.
I'll see you later. Probably tomorrow morning for the estimate.
Okay, you'll be back here, laddie.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Alright. Magic shop. Magic shop.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Magic shop.
Okay.
Magic shot.
So
Magic
the you find this magic shop, and like you said, you sort of walk down. You know, you go across a couple of bridges. It's an interesting city. Everything's sort of on little mini islands, scattered together, connected by these bridges. Right. So he points you straight ahead, and you go across, and you find this huge statue. There's a huge statue of an obscenely fat elf, and it's just weird. You never hear of fat elves. You don't know if somebody just didn't like the guy, maybe, but he is fat. And it's sort of this bronze-esque statue. Kind of turned green now because of the weather in the city of town. And off to the side, there's some shops, some taverns. It's pretty damn busy. This isn't a huge town for any means. It's a large town. It's not a city. But there are people in the streets. It is packed. Much more so than you would normally expect. And you make it out and you see there's a small sort of shop off to the side, sort of on the main road, but off it, down over here, that has a sign of a flower. And it's the florist Gump.
I walk right in.
You walk right in. You guys all walk in. Perfect. Who's there?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys all walk in, and this isn't a big place. You guys are kind of taking up a lot of the room in sort of the welcoming area. It's an interesting thing. It's not your typical magic shop. There's, bottles of different, dried powders, and there's herbs and, glass bottles with liquids and a couple odd, maybe some weapons off to the side, one or two little things, but just a very eccentric little shop of like herbs hanging from the ceiling, drying, and vials of animal parts. Just very weird. And behind you, there's
There's actually flowers in here.
Yeah, there are. There's all dead though. Everything here is like being dried.
Love the aesthetic.
And behind the counter is an older looking gnome, tiny guy sitting on a stool up with thick glasses, arranging little dried flower potpourri vases. And as you walk in, he looks at you and goes, "Hello, welcome to my shop. I'm Gump. What can I do for you today?"
Well, I'm looking to
Yes.
trade my sword here, and I pull out the pirate's rapier.
That is a sword.
Indeed, it is.
It's too big for me, though.
It's too big for me too. Look at me.
I thought so. That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
That's true. Good call.
That's why I'm hoping to get another sword. Maybe swap it out. Do a trade.
Let me see. He holds his hands out.
I lay it in his hands.
You see him like, this guy is weak as fuck.
I then help support it.
Just shaking as he looks at it. You see a pulse as he whispers a small word, and a pulse of magic comes out. And his eyes close, and he goes, very nice. He sort of sets it down on this sort of older bar stool. Interesting. Interesting.
Do you have any?
What? Sorry, what?
Ah,
Oh, yes, the sword, sorry. I was thinking, interesting. Do you want to sell it?
I was wondering if you happen to have any short swords of a similar magical type.
Short swords? No, I don't have any short swords. Magical swords. Magical swords. I have talking short swords.
I really don't like it when my weapons talk to me.
Well, they're fascinating people.
You say talking weapons.
Well, yeah.
Well, talking how?
He
Do they have
points.
mouths?
He points to a cat. He goes, "Look, get too close to that thing, it'll bite you." And it hisses as he starts to get close to it. Dangerous weapon, that one. Give you a sale. Let me see. And he sort of humbles off, and he
How much? How much for it?
the cat. Why do you want my cat? That's weird. Jumps off the thing. Rummages around
Yeah.
back. And goes, What do I see? Do you want to I've got this piece of male armor. And he shows you it's like a micro bikini. It's not.
That doesn't cover very much now, does it?
I hear it's all the rage.
Strongest armor in the land.
I'm gonna push Buckles forward.
I was just gonna say, how much?
That's
For
one.
science.
That one's 100 gold. It's not the amount of material, right? It's the protection it provides. Okay. What else do we see here? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I can give you 500 gold for it. Or I may have something that you might like.
Oh.
Let me see. And he walks off into the back here.
I turn to the other guys and I'm like, I hope it's not another cat.
We
It's
need a
all
cat,
cats. Even the swords are cats.
but we need a cat for the ship.
That's true.
I mean, you need a cat for the ship. I don't need a cat for the ship.
But you're the captain, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Then you need a
But-
cat for the ship.
I don't know how much I trust Toothless on this cat thing.
He looks like he's got experience in this.
I mean, he could just be really lonely. Just really wants a cat.
I'm trying to find what I saw.
Well, while he's searching, I'm gonna go try to bait the cat with some jerky.
Shark jerky?
Yeah, we got a lot of it.
It'll probably like that.
Some shirt.
Yeah. So he goes off. Sorry, I was trying to find it. I had it written down earlier, but I can't find it now because I'm dumb. And my fucking website's not loading.
Sad face.
Okay. So he comes back with I don't know if he comes back. He goes, I don't know if you can use this, but this came in not too long ago. It was produced by one of the monks in town.
Oh.
And it is interesting. So he brings out this sort of like a wooden, it almost looks like a spear. It's got a steel shaft, but it's got a blade on the end of it that looks very sharp. That's 18 inches long. So it's only 2 feet shaft, and like, I guess this would be a scaled down version, but so it's 2 feet shaft, 1 foot blade, basically. And he goes, "This is a Yikurwa."
Oh shoot, those things.
How do I spell that so I can look it up?
YKLWA.
YKLWA.
Correct. It is a 1d8 piercing weapon. It's a simple melee weapon.
Okay.
It's a +1.
+1.
Which
Okay.
tells you it can be used as both a one-handed weapon or a throwing weapon, but the range is not very far.
Okay. And how much is that one worth? Or are you just willing to do a straight trade?
Give you a deal. Your short sword, it's very nice. A little busted up, a little piratey. So let's say this wonderful rapier with 50 gold, and I'll give you this wonderful Irkula.
Done deal.
Sign on the dotted line.
I sign hastily, make it official.
All right, so you
I look at Buckles and just, she got ripped off, right?
Do I know that?
He's offering 500 at first.
No, he's 500 for just for the weapon, or trading for plus 50 gold.
Yeah.
It is a +1.
He was going
as
to
well.
pay me 500 for the pirates thing.
Yeah. So that is it's a 1d8 +1, right? So
1d8 +1. Sweet. Alright.
anything else I can help you on? You.
Are you familiar with the conjuring of familiars?
Yes. As he points to
I'd
the
like
cat.
Oh, all right. I'd like 30 gold worth of your incense and charcoals and herbs and such, if you didn't mind.
Got them here. It's the special chop?
Aye.
Okay, perfect. He pulls out a little box, puts some incense, some herbs, some chalk, the enhanced chalk for spell writing.
Cheers.
Perfect.
I'm also in the market for some spell scrolls, if you have any.
Oh,
Preferably the arcane variety.
arcane spell scrolls. Well, let's see what we have here.
And I'm looking for some spell scrolls in the ritual department.
Some weed. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, some ritual spells and some arcane spells. Yeah.
And weed.
Indeed. So we've got some spells here. I would say definitely got some. How powerful are you looking?
Something on the level of a fireball or a little lower.
Okay, so I mean I have some level 3 spell scrolls here. That's pretty much my strongest stuff. I might have one level 4, but it's pretty costly.
No thanks.
Okay. So I have a couple level 3 scrolls here and some level 2.
Alright,
What's
can you tell me a bit about them?
Yeah, so anything specific? You mentioned fireball. Are you looking for a fireball or something?
Oh no, I've got that one already.
Something wizardy?
Aye, something to add to me bag of stones.
Okay, so
Before you even tell me, what's the price range on your third level?
it's I'd say third level is around 700 gold, 600 gold.
Alright, let's pass on that then.
Level 2, around 300.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit less, depending on what you're doing. That's just average prices, Sometimes plus, sometimes less, depending on the spell. Sorry, wizard. Arcane, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have this one. I use it on my shop a lot, but you could use it. I have Arcane Lock. That's an abjuration spell, not the same, but it's arcane. You touch a door, a window, a chest, it becomes locked for the duration of the spell until dispelled.
Sounds nice, but then I have to unlock it,
Yes.
which I didn't have.
It lasts for 10 minutes, so you can lock something if you don't want to get stolen, robbed. No? Okay. What else we got?
Put on a chastity belt.
Yeah, useful. Abjuration, conjuration. Hold on. My spell list is not listing things by... Bear with me here. Oh, I've got a good one. You don't want this, though. It's an illusion. That's not what you're interested in.
How'd you know?
You said you didn't like that. You don't look like an illusionary type. Your beard's too big. You can't hide that behind anything.
I didn't look like a wizard. I could surprise you.
Well, I have this one. It's pyrotechnics. Create a flame, a 5-foot cubic flame. Makes fireworks, explodes. Great for the kids.
Alright.
That one's cheap. That one's just for a parlor trick, you know. I have this one, Blink. You go poof.
How much for those last two?
We'll say together, fair trade, $350.
How much separately?
The fire one I'll give you for 50 gold. The blink spell for 300.
Oh. Well, I want to see how that one will do. I'll split the price for the. I want to see what you do with the spell.
Oh. You want to split the blinking with me?
Yeah.
So that's 150 and 50, 200 total from my end.
Yeah, 200 total from you and 150 from Matcha.
2 seconds. I'm interested.
I do have one last one. Not really your thing. It's flame arrows. You said fireball. This one comes to mind. You have to touch a quiver, and then it makes the quiver turn into fire arrows.
Yeah, interested.
It's got fire.
Funny enough, I do have that spell.
Do you? It's a good spell.
It is.
I've got an expensive one here. You said you didn't want expensive.
Aye, it's a wee bit of my price range.
I've got this one that makes a house.
I lean forward.
It makes a little house that you're safe in. It's a pocket in dimensional time.
What's it called?
It's Gup's Tiny Hut.
How much does that
How'd
go
you make it
for?
yourself?
Yes, well, it's my spell, yes. That one is a good 300 gold.
I'm willing to buy that, yeah. I'll buy it.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
Love the way you said that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like lift it over my head, all happy. I'm just like, I bought something here.
Yeah. So, yeah, you take a look at it on the scroll, on the top of the spell scroll. Like when you look at it, it does say Lamon's tiny hut crossed out slightly, and with his name written on top of it.
Like, I'm just gonna look at him and go, I bet it's an improvement, right?
It's better. It's got central air.
Ooh, nice.
Now, while we're on the business of buying some magical things, I am in the market for some more potent herbs. I'm looking to make some potions out of them. Do you
Yeah.
have any?
Yeah, definitely.
I get high.
We got all the herbs.
Yeah, I'm trying to roll up some magical scrolls. If you see.
Well, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, they have pretty much a pretty large selection of herbs. That's their main focus, right? So if you're looking for something specific, you let me know. And
Yeah. Right. How much would you say it is to make a healing potion? Just how much?
for the materials,
Mhm.
oh, you need some of those mushrooms. We'll say just for a regular one.
Yep. Bit of a simple one.
Let me just. I think it's. I'm going to say it's 15 gold, but I'm going to double check that. Oh no, I'm on the wrong tab. Sorry. Yeah, so 15 gold. If you want a greater healing potion, he'll sell to you for the mats to make it for 65 a potion.
I'll hold up. You said 50.
15 for the mats to make a regular potion of healing.
Give me about 8 of the regular ones, please.
Okay, you have to spend. I think it's 1 day prep time for each if you're going to make them.
Mhm.
So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you now have mats for 15 potion of healings, and that's going to be 15. Sorry, you said 8, so 8 times 15. Yeah. So yeah, so let's say 120 gold for that.
I'll pay that up. I know Dalen wants some.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy it for the both of us.
Sounds good. Anything else?
Oh,
I
I'd like to see.
think I will take that blink scroll
Okay.
if somebody's willing to float me some gold.
Oh wait, I thought we split it for the.
Yeah. Matcha already did that with you. So if you're still
Yeah,
good, if you're good with that, then take the 200 gold. You got the other one that we had mentioned. The
I just want the blink.
oh, just the blink. Okay, so just take 150 each. Then you don't want the other one.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm gonna slap down a leather armor and ask how much I could, sell it for.
Like a regular leather armor.
Yeah.
Here, not magic. Maybe the general store. They'll give you some money for it. It's busy times, but and if it's not magical or wonderful,
Okay.
Are there any, do you have any bracers or anything like that here?
Oh, right. It's not something common, but what are you looking for? Braces of defense, the normal ones, or something
Like that?
a little bit different?
What you got?
I don't have any braces of defense. I do have a ring of protection, which is similar.
What's that?
A ring of protection. It's 1,500 gold. I'll give you a deal.
Okay.
Maybe some other time down the road.
Oh, 2 silvers for the cat.
Deal.
Oh, my god. You're wrangling that thing on your own.
But he's gonna. Yeah, he's yours. But
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll try to get him. Yeah.
the cat, as soon as you go to touch him, just vanishes, appears on the other side of the thing.
I'll take out some shark jerky.
It's a blink.
He said earlier that it was a familiar, by the way.
It just hisses at you.
Oh dang.
He's still pocketing the 2 silver. He's like, "It's your problem now."
Can I try and animal handling?
You can try, yeah. Make a roll. So you try to get close. He lets you pet him. And as you grab him, he lets you pick him up.
Okay. I'm gonna give him some of the shark jerky, and I'm gonna see if he'll lay down over my shoulders.
Yeah, you put him down over your shoulders.
The moment Saren turns around, he's gonna see just about 8 cats around me because I've used conjure animals just to summon them up.
Okay, that's nice, but now I have a cat that can blink.
Touche, my
One day he's never gonna find it, and he's gonna be so upset. I call not it for consoling him.
So Gump says, "Looks, yeah. Last call. Anything else? Maybe."
I'm
I
good.
think I'm good for around here. It's a very good service.
Thank you very much for your help.
Okay.
Do you have any healing potions?
Yeah. We got those.
How much?
For regular ones, 40 gold. On sale.
Okay, I'll take 2 of those.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, this is probably gonna be the fattest cat we're gonna ever have.
Oh yeah.
Was he like shark?
Oh, he's just eating. Like, every time you stop feeding him, he hisses at you.
Oh god, I'm gonna keep feeding him.
We're supposed to sell that for money.
We have a whole bunch more on the boat. We have a lot.
He's gonna eat us out of ship and shark.
Oh, before you leave, he does look over and looks over to Nala and he goes, "I do have this," and it's a glove.
Oh yeah.
And it's got like a fang marking on it. He goes, "This just adds a little bit of oomph to your weapon. It's not defense wise, but 300 gold. It adds some oomph."
What kind of?
Well, just if you ever just really get someone good with whatever you're hitting, it adds oomph to that.
That oomph.
What is it? It's a glove, like for a weapon.
Yeah, so it's a glove. You'd wear it on your main weapon hand, and I'd have to double check if you have to attune to it. Basically, what it does is he explains it to you in more detail. If you roll a nat 20, the target takes an additional 7 damage.
Oh.
So it's basically on a nat 20 roll, you add 7 damage to your final total.
So many dead bodies are gonna happen.
It's a glove of oomph.
Yeah, it's a vicious glove is the name of it.
It's 300.
Mm-hmm.
How about 250?
For you, Lassie, I'll do it just because you're really big and scary.
Didn't even have to intimidate.
Passive intimidation.
That is like passive intimidation. This guy is like old, fragile, and tiny, and even like you getting close to him, like your hair might break him.
If he had seen the things you've done, he would be afraid.
Oh yeah.
If he'd seen the things I'd done. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
No one would think to be intimidated of you.
Until they did.
Alright, I'll take it for 250.
250.
I'll clap him on the shoulder and thank him, nearly knock him over.
Dead.
There you
You
go.
literally crush the shoulders and his bones.
Yeah.
So what you can do is while you're wearing it, you can add the vicious weapon category to your weapon, which is the name of the bonus it gives. I don't know like how you do it on Roll20, but it gives the bonus to your weapon to be a vicious weapon.
It'd be good if she were to add Vicious Maul to her inventory.
If that works, I don't know if it's the same stats, but
There's a way to just add damage to a crit on the
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah, if you hit the little cog beside what you're trying to add the damage to, I believe there's like a little part that's like it says crit near where the damage is, and it has like a ghost of 1d6 in it. But I'm sure if you put like 7 in there, it'll probably just do that.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys can look it up. But that's what it does there. Yeah.
Should be good.
Anything else? Anything else?
You've been quite a help today. I'm certainly.
Well, let me tell you, it's been a good week. 2, 3 weeks for me. It's been dead. And then all of a sudden, everybody's here. They all want to get rid of their stuff. And I've got all this gold with nothing to do with. So I got myself some things.
Did any of them say where they were originally heading to?
Oh yes, everyone's going to Everlook, but they all get stuck here.
Any of your clientele, were they a bit unsavory looking?
I mean, like you guys who've kind of stinky, looks like you've been on a boat for 2 weeks and haven't bathed.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like everybody, like you.
Hmm.
But I mean, the city just kind of smells like sweat and boat.
I mean, all honesty, I always smell like this.
No,
Yeah,
just say.
yeah, he does.
Just any shady characters.
Shady?
Shadier than us.
No, everyone
Like-
seems on the up and up. Everyone's pretty happy. The town's doing pretty good right now, and you know, the city watch does a good job keeping the order, making sure that nobody starts any fights and stuff since it's busier than normal.
So nothing around here needs to get solved. Damn.
Could you point me towards the smithy?
We don't have a formal smithy for weapon crafting. There's a smaller one for animals and shoeing. Is that what you like?
I'm just looking for work.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, there's lots of work to be had. Go up on the hill. You'll see there's a couple of buildings around a centralized fire. You'll see them up there.
Oh, cheers.
Anything else? Goodbye. Have fun with your new cat.
And cats. I tell my cats to meow and goodbye.
He looks very scared.
I'm just gonna smile at the cat, petting it. I'm gonna name you Roland. And then I'm gonna look at him like he doesn't have
I'm having nothing to do with that.
Am I able to understand what that cat is trying to say?
He just literally says "fuck." That's all he said. He's like, different variations. He's using like fucker and fuckface and fucking idiot and but he just literally says "fuck" like consistently.
I turn to Sarah and I say,
I don't
despite
wanna know.
appearances, it's actually very affectionate to you. At least that's the way he's saying it. And I walk away with my 8 cats.
He giggles at you. So you have now a black and white spotted cat sitting on your shoulder.
Cool. I give it a day.
I give it
What-
less than a day.
Crap, you're right.
Where are you guys going? You head outside. It's busy. It's I'd say it's about midday now. It's about noon.
I'd like to go check on what that guy said the smithy is.
Sure.
I'm gonna probably break away and I'm gonna go to the general store to see about getting our ships restocked.
Sure. Make
I'll
me
follow
list.
her.
Make me list what you want. You can if you want to look up while I'm going through with Nathan's thing. If you want to look up general like player's handbook prices for basic goods.
Okay.
Here, 10% off the basic goods price in the player's handbook for those kind of things in town right now. So just let me know what
Okay.
you want.
I'm gonna follow her because I'm gonna try to sell some stuff there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go along with Buck.
Same thing for you. They'll give you half cost of whatever you want to sell. That's a basic item.
Okay.
Okay. So, Buckles, you get to this part. There's a little ferry that brings you over to where this smithy is. It seems to be. It's on this centralized island here that's sort of up on rocks a little bit. But you have to take a ferry across. There's no bridge to that one. Doesn't look like it's.
Alright, I'll put my floaty on.
It's not a huge thing. I'd say it's about a 40-foot. It's just a wooden sort of float on a rope. They pull you across. Head up on the roof, and you see there's a bunch of it seems like this is like a crafter's area. There's a Fletcher here. There's a basket weaver. There's a big kiln. Lots of clay pots being made, and you see there's a smaller sort of forge, and there's a younger sort of half orc working on some horseshoes off to the side, sort of close to where the kiln is for all the pots and things like that.
I will approach the metal worker.
Aye. He looks over at you, sees you coming. What can I do for you, lass?
Lass?
Laddie.
Excuse me. That's right.
I can never tell with you people. The bearded's the same on both, so.
You're not wrong. How's business? I hear the town's quite busy of late.
Busy as fuck.
Lots of travellers from Everlook coming in out here.
Yeah, and these fucking morons don't know how to take care of their horses. I've got 8 orders for horseshoes today alone. Garbage.
Anybody looking for something a bit heavier, maybe to defend themselves?
We don't really deal with that stuff too much here. I mean, if there's lots of people asking for swords and the like, normally I make some for the general store. He handles the orders though.
Seems to me like a good business opportunity. Lots of extra customers. People are afraid of what's out there in the water.
Aye.
Smart man like yourself seems like one who could take advantage of an opportunity like this.
Aye.
I happen to be a very well-renowned smith back in my dwarven homeland. I'd like to use your forge, cut you in on some of the profits, make a wee bit of coin for myself before I take off.
10% on materials, 10% on cost.
That's fair.
Done.
Done. Alright.
Here's my list. He points you to, there's like a book off to the side. You can page through, and there's horseshoes, general good items, basic weapon requests from the general store that are in there. He seems to have tackled most of the simple items. He hasn't really touched the stuff, but there's definitely some requests for swords and things like that. So if you wanted to tackle some of that, you could definitely work through that.
I can do. Now, I don't think you quite understand the opportunity you have here. Do you have any swords or weapons on hand at the moment?
A couple half-forged ones.
Here, take this. I give him my hammer.
That's a nice hammer.
I puff my chest out. Give it a whirl.
He takes it, looks at the horseshoe that he was kind of banging away at, drops his hammer, pulls it out of the fire, slams it down, sparks go flying, and the horseshoe's now perfectly flat. Looks at it. That's a fine work.
Oh, aye, the hammer's quite good. I meant to give it a whirl over here. Take a swing.
At you.
Aye.
Okay.
And that's how we lost Buck.
Good.
That 20 head comes
But no one knows what happened.
He's kind of hesitant. He makes a roll, makes a swing at you. He rolls a 13, so he's kind of awkward.
I will allow him to hit me.
Okay, so he goes and again he knows what he's doing with the hammer, but he smashes into you pretty hard.
Cool. When the hammer comes in, my arcane ward for my armor puffs out and takes, I assume, all of the damage.
Yeah. It's a 1d. What's the weapon damage on your
D8 with one hand or a D10 with two.
We're using 2 hands. He does 10 damage.
All right, I take all of it and have a mark to show for it.
Set flight.
Impressive. Looks
So-
at the hammer, looks at you.
When you're selling off my goods to the shops, let them know Buckholt's Brawn Anvil has forged fine quality goods for all of your customers.
He smirks at you. Will do. Flips the hammer back at you. Well,
Yeah.
get to work
And
then, whenever you
I'm
want.
just gonna get to work. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some weapons and armor and stuff.
Cool. So you can get to work onto that. Meanwhile, so Buckle's there. There's another anvil. You guys share this stuff. It goes pretty well because you're taking turns back and forth here, and you're getting to a pretty good pace pretty quickly, Buck. So I have to look at crafting times for basic items. I don't think it's very long, but
It's 50 gold of stuff per day,
okay.
I think.
Yeah. So we'll say that you make that, and so you would normally make we'll say you normally make a 50% markup on the cost of those, so like 25 gold minus 10%, so like 40% markup. So
Yeah, well, I'll figure out. Well, we'll figure out later.
Yeah.
Profits and stuff.
yeah. So we're only making armor, making things, doing all that stuff. Now, general goods store.
All right.
You guys got your sort of ideas and list of what you wanted.
So I'm going to get rations for our group. If the other groups want rations, they can go into town. But I'm gonna get 20 days of rations to put on the boat for when we set sail.
Aye.
Anything else, like if you guys are eating whatever, that'll be done on your own. But this is just for when we're setting sail. So that's 140 rations for all 7 of us.
Okay.
And that's 1 silver piece each. Plus, you said the 10% off.
Yeah. So
But it's going to give me a 10% thing when I bring them to the docks, right?
We're going to sink our ship in rations.
yeah, no. Ships can hold about like you know that the ship can hold about 20 days worth of rations for a crew of about 8 to 10 people. So
Yeah, I would imagine that's just the common thing.
So basically there's a 10% dock fee, but you get a 10% discount on the stuff. So we'll just call it net. So
Yeah.
just normal cost would be that. So 120 silver, I guess, is what you're saying.
So it's 140 silver. So that's like 1 gold and 40 silver, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So and the lady just asks for the dock number, what boats you're going to. They'll have it delivered. Seems like it's a
Perfect.
pretty common thing. Do you want some water as well?
Yes. How much is that going to cost?
We'll say it's another gold for a barrel of water. So for the
I'm gonna
equivalent,
whisper to Mare and just be like, "You don't need to get water. I can cover that for."
But you're not
I'll take account of the water later, and I'll see about getting that. I just know we're empty on rations right now.
okay.
All right, so we'll do the rations. All right, and then I also have this short sword. I'm just gonna sell off. It's probably just gonna net me 5 gold.
Sure.
And then whatever Saren was gonna sell off here. Well,
Okay,
Okay.
so I was gonna sell off.
Sorry.
I was gonna sell off one of my spare daggers, a spear, a net, and the leather armor. To be honest with you, it just comes up to like 7 gold.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. So just like just do that automatic sort of thing. If you're selling off general good stuff, just half the price. So 7 gold is fine.
And then I'm gonna see if I can try to sell the small lockbox and the silver key I got off of Susan long ago.
Did you ever open the lockbox?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. We'll say that a fine lockbox. It's a silver one, correct? If I remember correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say that they give you 20 gold for that.
Okay.
It's well crafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least that was the description I have on it.
Yeah. So it's a finely, like a jewelry box kind of thing with a key, very intricate key. So. Yeah.
Okay. So it's 20 for that, right?
Yeah, 20 gold.
Okay, so 27 gold in total. And then I guess I'll buy a soap bar.
Yeah.
Let me see. 3 manacles.
Kinky.
Whoops.
If we need to take prisoners, don't make fun of me. And let's see, there's 3 manacles, the soap bar, 4 block and tackle, 4 sets of it. So 4 gold on top of that, and a grappling hook.
Okay.
Let me see, that would be 10, 12 gold and a copper piece.
Okay. Cool. They do all your things. It's busy and it's sort of going off, but they get through all your stuff here. The shop's busy. There's a lot of people in and out of here. But you get all your stuff.
Okay.
Alrighty, perfect.
What are you guys doing? Lots of town to get around. Very busy. Lots of people.
I figure we'll find the rest of our group at the tavern. So,
Okay.
and not the stuffy one. I very much doubt they prefer stuffy taverns. So let's
The tall whale?
let's go for the fat statue watering
That
hole.
statue?
The fat statue is more of
Yeah.
like the local colloquial one. That's where a more
Yeah.
common one is. The tall whale is the gentleman's club of,
I don't think we're dressed nice enough for there. Just saying.
That's why I bought a bar of soap.
Yeah.
But you haven't used said bar of soap yet.
Only
We can say we're at least
prestidigitation.
So you do get there.
quite exotic.
Barmaid behind, says her name is Holly. She greets you as you come in. It is a pretty bumpin' sort of place. There's fiddlers on stage, playing a decent tune. The place is pretty packed. Doesn't look like there's open tables really. Maybe 1 or 2, but people are coming in, coming out. There is a whole bunch of staff, and Holly is sort of directing everything. She's very calm, sort of a full elf, but calm, and it was sea elf maybe, kind of greenish hair, and just sort of very fluently directing people. A girl walking through looks like she's new, tries to drop a platter, and she swoops it up mid-catch and catches it and sort of readjusts the girl and gives her a tap on the back and sets her on her way with an encouraging word. And she looks at you guys as you walk in and smiles and goes, "Hello, what can I do for you today?"
A table, some food.
Perfect.
And
Will you
maybe
be
a couple
staying?
rooms.
Or will you be going back?
We'll be staying on the ship.
Okay. If you want
What's your
to...
policy on pets here?
As long as they don't get in the way and they don't eat other customers, we're good.
Does that happen often?
Well, it depends on the pet.
I'd rather not take my chance, and I unsummon all my cats.
Okay. So, table?
Yes, please.
She leads you there, and as she leads you, she pets Saren's cat gently, and he purrs a bit. And as you sort of look behind you, he hisses at you.
I'm gonna give him another piece of ration. The short jerky ration.
Matcha, you hear fucking.
Oh, really loves you. It's a very quick bond you're forming.
Eats his jerky. Jumps off you. Takes the main head of the table. Sits down there.
I give it a wink.
Get your table. Drinks, food?
Yep. What's on the menu today?
Well, we have very nice bento bowls with fresh fish, rice, seaweed salad.
I'll take one of those.
I'll take one as well.
We also
Same
have
for me.
a fish chowder, more for the hearty folks.
I'll go for a fish chowder.
It's wonderful.
Oh, I'll also take a fish for the cat. For my little buddy rolling here.
Yes, no problem.
How much per meal?
We'll say 2 silver.
Alrighty then.
And drinks, first round, comes with a meal. Okay. The lights will be new. Lots of new people here. We have new workers. It's very busy, so I'm sorry if the food takes a little bit longer, but they're trying their best.
We'll do anything for a warm meal not made by a man named Toothless.
Okay,
So
then,
mean.
Lassie.
Price is best.
That's nice. Okay. And she walks slowly away.
I'm gonna walk back there and tell a guy named Toothless to get out of the kitchen.
You guys sit. The music's playing. What do you guys do?
I want to take a look around of the people here. The kind of just like the community that's staying in this town. Do they look just like regular, normal people? Do any of them look like shady pirates?
Make a perception check.
Can I do it with guidance? Never mind. Don't need that guy.
30.
Still go for it. Just go for it.
Let's do it anyway. Yeah.
You look around. It is very busy. Even like you're picking up a lot here, but this is a very busy place. So there's some fiddlers. There's definitely what seems to be a lot of people that look like road-hardened merchants, and sitting off to one side. They're more people that have traveled by land. You've also got another section, more look like not so much sea people. You see that a lot of the people here look like, again, travel merchants. Maybe a different establishment. You could definitely notice some other more boat people around, but these people have seemed like they've come in from the land to sort of take advantage, maybe, of what's been going on in town. So, you're seeing a lot of sort of clothing that you would depict from, more in coast areas, right? Those kind of things. Nobody looking too shady, although a lot of people are kind of like piecing each other up a little bit, sort of getting the feel of all that jazz, but nothing too ridiculous at this point. You do see some interesting people. There are some interesting people from sort of some northern province that would have traveled here. And you make out some people that not necessarily wearing clothes, but sort of appear like they could be from Keth, maybe from what you've heard, based on that perception roll, I'll say that they're not dressed in a Kethian way, but they have the sort of darker skin tones and blondish hair that sort of goes with that, and that's what you pick up.
There's a very vibrant range of people.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost as multicultural as you would compare it to Everlook, and Everlook is a central hub for trade everywhere. So it's very odd for you. That's why you sort of noticed. It's very odd for you to see this diverse arrangement of people in a town of this size, typically. Your food shows up. It's wonderful looking. The girl who brings it to you, very nervous, younger girl, but manages only to spill a little bit of chowder on the table and some of your beer on the table. Wipes it up quick, but vanishes off quickly after.
Did she bring the drinks as well?
Yeah.
I slide my drink right over to either... Buck isn't here, right? Is he still working? So I slide it over to Nala.
Oh, thanks. Cheers.
I'm gonna pull a whiskey bottle out of my bag, pour it into a cup real quick, and put it back in.
Okay. So you guys eat your meal.
Yep.
Paying attention. It's pretty quiet. Like I said, it's busy. It's vibrant. You overhear a lot of people talking about. Actually, why don't you? Are you guys paying attention to other tables? Or
I'm probably keeping an ear
I
out.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you guys make me a group perception check again with advantage, and we'll see what you guys hear. One of you can make it.
I can do perception if you want.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll give you
Alright.
guidance for it.
Awesome. All right. Advantage. Perception.
So 17.
So 17.
So the course on that, you hear a lot of people talking about, the increased trade and the profits they'll be making, bringing goods in because the sea routes seem to be closed. A lot of people are very excited about the probability of new roads opening up, new profits coming into the area, looking for opportunities to bring in goods from different locations that they wouldn't normally because the boat routes are all closed down. You hear a lot of people excited about the festival and the fighting that's going on in the sort of arena. It seems like it's an event that typically didn't happen very often, but it's sprung up into life over the last month to become a more popular thing as the town sort of overflooded with people. One of them was talking about this giant spider that impaled somebody, and then they beheaded the spider, and man, it was gross seeing his guts fly out. But those kind of things. But yeah, we get a general sense that the town seems to be excited.
Well, after
Seems like. No, you go first.
No, you go.
Right. Well, it seems like whoever's been blocking the sea route around here really wants to bring in the business to this place.
Could be.
That's it. I mean, a month? Really?
Not good. Yeah, it's gotten progressively. What you can tell is it's gotten progressively worse over the month. It's been harder and harder to get to Everlook and the surrounding areas over the past month. I don't know if it's been going on for exactly a month, but that's when people started sort of complaining about it.
Okay.
Should we check out the fighting pits one of these days?
I'm thinking tomorrow, after we see how much it's going to cost us to get the ships fixed up, and that maybe we check out the fighting pit.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
submit our names.
Definitely.
Hey.
I think we should. It's
Well,
a nice bit of cash.
Hey.
we'll make sure we can afford the ship first before we go betting all our money on ourselves.
We can make use of those new gloves. Get some
Yeah.
oomph.
Yeah.
The gloves have a gloves of oomph, like highlighter written on them.
Yes.
Oh god, every time I drink that, it's gross.
Why do you keep drinking it then?
It's almost done.
It's the principle.
Does anyone in the tavern look like they'd be like in a festive mood?
Yeah, a lot of people are. I mean, a lot of people are talking business. There are definitely some people that seem more celebrating, but not necessarily celebrating. Like, it's not like party mode. It's just like vibrant atmosphere.
Probably gonna look like a fool, but I'm gonna see if I can try to get people to start singing around. Like, try to get everyone into singing like a.
Make
Some
me
type
make me a performance check, man. See what you can do. Can you stir the crowd?
Can I get some guidance?
Hell yeah. In fact, I'm even going to pull out my bagpipes. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, how bad is it?
Okay, throw that guidance on there.
Yeah.
12.
13.
13, sorry. I can do math. So we'll say that, you've been having a couple drinks, that whiskey spiked your drink pretty well. You do start thinking, you recognize one of the songs. You get the crowd kind of going, but you kind of fuck up the lyrics a couple times. Like, you got the main song on, but it's like, you're singing A Whole New World, and it's like a whole new oyster, it's close. You're trying to be funny at wrong moments, maybe. So it's good. People are singing along. They kind of join in. People are laughing. People are in good spirits. But I mean, it's not like Oscar worthy. This is Gerald. You kind of feel like if Gerald was not on the boat, he'd be ashamed of you.
That's the
Good thing he's on the boat then.
Yeah. So I mean, people are in good spirits. They're clapping along. It's a good night. People are drinking. It's mid afternoon, right, at this point. So what's weird is you guys are finishing up your lunch now. Let's say it's around 2:00, and it hasn't slowed down. People have left. People come in. It stayed busy, pretty much nonstop. It slowed down a little bit, but people aren't eating; they're drinking. Let's say you guys it takes you a little bit longer to get your food. Spend a good 2 hours in here. You're done your meals. You've had your drink. All right, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna head back to the ship.
Yeah.
same. I actually, no, I'm good. Head back to the ship too.
Okay.
Same. And as we do that, I'm gonna turn to Matcha and ask if I could borrow the book she got over in Everlook so I can read it later.
Oh, I've got 3 of them. Which one you?
I'm gonna try reading your favorite one, the one on the Fae.
The Fae Legends of the Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it. I'll give it to me.
I'm gonna go read this later tonight.
I had him the book.
Awesome.
Read chapter 3. It's about a lonely boy in a boggle.
Oh, okay. And then when we get back to the ship, I'm going to spend time inscribing the spell scroll into my book.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm gonna see how things are going. I'm gonna give anyone who wants to go into town the chance to do so now because they said to stagger that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait for the estimate and the rations to come in.
Perfect. So the sailors, Toothless's group, opt to head into town second. They'll head into town at night and be back before the morning. we'll go for some drinking and some shenanigans. The elf crew, some of the older the older sort of adults, men and women, sort of go in to like look around and stuff. They've got a little bit of money since you guys gave them that 200 gold. 250? Yeah, 250. Anyways, they've got some money, so they go in, they buy some basic supplies and things like that. Looks like they got some clothes for people, basically. A lot of clothes and general goods and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna pay Dalen a visit on the ship and
Yeah.
just I'm gonna give him half of the herbs that I bought.
Cool.
Four of them.
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna like basically spend the rest of the day trying to help him get back to health.
Cool.
And anybody else on the ship probably sick.
Gerald's not feeling too great either.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Jared. I'm joking. Him too.
He's got a weak stomach. He's in and out.
Is there like a bookshop in town?
Yeah, there's a bookshop in town. It's not a huge bookshop, but it's a decent sized sort of little sort of mom and pop's library.
Can I see if there's anything on like Goliath civilization? Anything?
Sure. So, make me an investigation check as you sort of walk into this bookshelf as you look around.
Damn.
Yay!
I mean, there's a lot of fucking books. You're a little bit you're a little bit overwhelmed because you know you're big. Everything seems sort of like delicately balanced. You don't want to like knock something over by accident. So you don't really find a whole lot too much just looking around.
Alright.
You could maybe ask for help, but like you on your own sort of looking, not find much.
Okay, I'll go ask for help then.
Okay, so there's an older human woman behind the counter, and she looks over and she waves at you and sees that you look sort of off put moving around. She goes, Can I help you?
Yeah. I was just looking for some books on Goliath civilization.
Oh.
Like histories and lineages.
No, don't have much. Let me see. So she's gonna poke around and take a look. Yeah, I don't have much on Goliath. We have a lot on elves, a lot on creatures and fae and stories, a lot on trade. Really, have a bunch of romance. Oh, I do have one. I know.
Ooh.
Just think. She goes in the back. She pulls out. It's a book, and it's got a black cover, very sort of etched golden lettering, and it's called sec. It's called Agtham's Glory.
Agtham's Glory.
Yes, she goes, it's the only one I know that has Goliath, but it is about a Goliath named Agtham and his adventures.
How much is it?
For you, I say 20 silver.
20 silver. Alright. I'll buy that.
Enjoy, and she winks at you as she gives you the book.
Alright.
Anything else I can help you find?
Nah. That should be good.
Perfect.
I can't read very well, so one book will keep me busy for a while.
Very cool. So you have your book. Head back to the boat. Buckholz, we're going to say it's about 6 or 7 at this point. It's starting to get dark. Not the best working conditions in this light.
I have dark vision.
But you can keep working.
When my work day's over, I'll rejoin the party.
Okay, we'll say like 6, 7, and like it seems to be when people break for dinner, head back to the boat, and it's around dinner time. What do you guys do? Just gonna chill out for the night and
Where are we sleeping tonight?
Ship.
I'm gonna spend time bonding with Roland and reading the book.
If you didn't mind, I need a private quarter to myself tonight for this new scroll I have. Smithing it into stone's going to be a wee bit dangerous.
I'll switch rooms with you for a night. So you can have my captain's quarters if that's what you need.
Cheers.
Before he goes, I'm gonna ask if I can borrow his bronzer, like his.
The bronze.
your bronzer, you spray it
That
here, and
sweet
you just
tan.
take it on, and you just 2 squeaks, okay? 2 sprays, turn around, 2 sprays. Don't do 4 at once.
Going for that Fabio look. Hey, all right.
It's fabulous, I'm telling you. It's wonderful times.
Hi, Labrasia.
Yeah.
What you doing with the cat?
Putting
Well-
bronzer.
Well, I have Find Familiar, and I was gonna see if I can try using it
Oh, all right.
to make a bond with the cat.
Oh, best.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Buckles, you head into your captain's quarters to. Ooh, my ears pop.
Moray's captain's quarters.
Moray's captain's quarters, which is weirdly inscribed on the door now for some reason. I don't know.
How'd you guess? It's like really short, but it's like a perfect buckle height.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah. It's just
Etched in knife.
for you, it's perfect. It's Epson Reaper for whatever reason.
I will spend 6 hours behind a locked door crafting this new runestone of Blink
Perfect.
and a whole whack of money.
Cool. All right. So you're doing that. Saren, you're going to.
Spend an hour trying to form a bond with the cat.
So is that your book of ancient secrets? Is that
Yeah.
what you're linking?
Yeah, I put that because adding the other spell scroll.
Okay, so you're 2-hour process.
Plus.
Which spell
the
scroll did you
hour-
get?
Huh? It was Leomon's tiny hut.
So that is a level 3 spell scroll.
Yeah, I already took out the cash for that. It was 150.
No, I get it, but your book of ancients is choose 2 first level spells.
Yeah, and then to add more, it would be 50 for each level.
Oh,
Do
okay.
in there.
It works
Got it.
similar to my spell book. You just
Okay,
pay
cool.
money to put stuff in it.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you're going to spend some time doing that.
Yeah. I'm going to spend about 2 hours inscribing the spell in, and then spend another hour trying to use Find Familiar to form a bond with the Blink Cat. Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know what you calling your cat. I
Roland.
told you I have nothing to do with it.
I'm naming him Roland.
Rolling the cat.
Keep rolling.
Rolling and rolling.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to spend time telling the cat my backstory.
Okay. So
Letting it know why it's getting that name.
make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So you spend your time. You start with the ritual spell. So you get your spell in the spell book. Takes you 2.5 hours. So as you're starting to concentrate, the cat occasionally hisses at you, making you sort of
Adam.
sort of distraction a little bit. So it's just taking a little bit longer than it normally would, but you get it. You spend your hour trying to then afterwards, so about 2.5 hours, and you spend another hour trying to connect with this creature. And you talk to him and you tell him your backstory and you try to pet him. And every time you go to pet him, he either backs away or blinks away or whatever. He's not big on you petting him. He'll sit on your shoulder. It's pretty much as far as you've gotten this.
Okay.
Do you feel like maybe if you had more time or you worked on it a little bit more, you could make some progress on it? You don't feel you were as successful as you could have been, but you feel like it's not a lost cause? Just didn't get the connection you were kind of looking for.
Okay.
So we'll say you can try once a day to try to build that. And we'll say that today was not successful.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else doing?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Guess I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything?
No.
I'm gonna look around. Maybe if there's any like small pots within either of the boat, or like vases, like plants, plant vases.
I mean, not really. A lot of barrels. Doesn't seem like there's like pots, vases, anything not made out of wood. That doesn't seem like it'd take a little bit of a beating. Wouldn't be on a ship like this.
I'm just gonna disheartedly give up for the day on that.
Okay. Good stuff.
Oh, I do go up to so there's probably some empty water barrels on both of the ships, right?
Yeah.
So I go to Matcha and I'm gonna be like, you said I was wondering if you'd be able to help us with the water situation, like getting all the drinking water ready and all that.
Absolutely. Since I couldn't find any pots for myself, I can spend, I guess, the rest of the time filling them up.
That would be great.
I'll even purify them just to make sure we're all good on that end.
Awesome. That's great. I've been getting all the rations together, so when we head out, we should be good to go for at least 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
And having that already puts myself at ease, so thank you very much.
You got it. And just like so I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day using the rest of my spell slots to just use create or destroy water.
Yeah.
Just to fill up these barrels.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of water.
What's the water for those?
For level 1 spells, that would be a total of about 40 gallons.
Okay.
About 60 gallons for all my level 2s, and another 30 gallons for actually 80 gallons for my level 2s, and then another 30 gallons just for my other one.
Okay.
And really, I'm just gonna do that for like the week.
So this is basically like 5 50-gallon barrels for water.
Ooh.
So 250 gallons in total. So you can do the math on that and see.
Nice.
But you can fill those up over time. Not a problem. Okay. Anybody else doing anything before the sort of next day?
I guess I'm just gonna read the book and meditate
Okay.
while spending time with the cat.
Cool.
I'll be getting to sleep early so I can get up nice and early to hopefully get the estimate and the rations in.
Very good. All right.
Just reading and drinking.
What are you reading?
The book that the shopkeep gave me.
Okay. As you start to read the book, you very quickly come to realize this is a story of a brave and powerful Goliath. And for whatever reason, they go very much into detail and description of the characters and, very, very accurate anatomy description of how he looks. And as you get into it, you realize this may be some kind of steamy romance novel.
I keep reading.
Yeah, just setting the tone. It's very well written.
Spicy.
They use the term girth quite often. Okay. So the night winds off. Morning comes. Uneventful night. things get bustling pretty early here. As soon as the sun's up, you guys are hearing noises and people are out and about. Town picks up pretty quick in the morning. What do you guys do?
Should we check out that fighting pit? See if we can get our names in.
I would like to make sure we have enough money first to fix the boats and then see about that. But otherwise, I'm more than happy to get in on the fighting pit.
I think we could speak to Riley about that.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find him and see if he has that estimate ready.
Okay, so you guys get up, you go looking out. Riley's out on the docks. He waves at you, goes, "Hey, how you doing, lads?"
Doing all right. Fine morning.
Okay, so boat fix it, eh? That's why you're here? Riley
Yes.
knows. Okay, let me shift through his papers. Okay, so you've got 2 ships, need some love. I'm not going to lie. You have full spectrum of what you can do. We can get you back in the water, okay? Or we can fix everything that's really wrong. So you're going to have to let me know what you want to do. We can do it all. Unless you want to fix some core problems, but it might be more long term. Okay, so...
Fucking mechanics.
Right? The check engine light on a boat.
We'll start with the Red Cutter. The Red Cutter needs a new central mast. It needs some main planks replaced. The ones that you patched needs to be fully replaced and repaired on the sides of the boat. You're looking at about 1,500 gold to repair the main mast. It's the core sort of centralized piece of the ship. It requires an ancient oak core, very costly, to fix a main mast. The other stuff is not there. He says, you don't necessarily need to fix the main mast. You can work off 2, but you'll limp. You could fix the hull for about 250 gold.
250 gold to just fix the hull? Okay. Okay. And then what about the other boat, Saren's Folly?
So the other boat, he's saying, it's seen better days. It's not a bad ship. It's got good bones on it, but it's been poorly maintained. So again, you could patch it up, probably around 200 gold to patch it up to make it just not sink worthy, you know. But you could probably spend a good close to 1,000 gold sort of replacing a lot of the wood that's sort of starting to go and doing all that kind of maintenance on it. That would really be what you'd want to do if you were going to be
keeping it
going long term on the ocean. He said for a short trip, week or 2, get away with about 150 gold, but you really want to make this thing long term seaworthy. It's probably going to cost you a good 1,000 gold to sort of fix. A lot of the boards are starting to rot. A lot of the wood's not well maintained.
All right. Our group and I are going to go up and quickly discuss it if you don't mind, and we'll get back to you with what we want to do.
You let me know.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a shipwright myself, but I do know a wee bit of magical mending. What kind of minor problems can be fixed by a wee bit of arcane trickery?
Well, if you can tackle any of the rotten or defunct boards across the ship, there's quite a few on the what's her name, by the way?
Saren's Folly.
Ah, Saren's Folly. Yes.
Points to Saren.
Okay.
Just gonna wave.
You could definitely do the majority of the fixing on that boat, outside of some couple key pieces, could be done with some mended magic. We would typically have 8 to 10 menders on the ship, working for a week to get done for the 1,000 gold.
Human menders?
Well, bits and pieces, some elves, some humans, you know. Whatever we can find. Some of them do the manual work, some of them do the magic work. Whatever we can get done. But realistically, not to rip you off here, if you can mend, you could probably spend some time and fix 3/4 of it with just some mending.
3/4. All right. And then we do another estimate again to see how much it would take to fix it fully.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the only ones that you wouldn't want to mend are like the core sort of large wood pieces that might have cracks that might need to be replaced. All the side flanks and outer edges and shelling can be mended and fixed.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well then, let's head back and we'll talk it out. And
We should probably ask for Gerald about hiring crew people.
Yeah. Crew now might be harder. Not a lot of people, depending on where you're going. Not a lot of people want to go in the water west.
towards Everlook.
Anything west is not going to get you a crew. Nobody's going that way. Unless they're stupid or crazy. And the crazy ones usually come free and with problems.
Perfect.
We kind of thrive on stupid and crazy over here, so.
Alright, well, it is called Sharon's Folly. Why did I switch accents?
You've been talking to a lot of NPCs, man.
Alright.
Maybe I'll just go with this one for now.
That's right. That's good. Yeah. Typically, it's not too bad. You can probably get a crewman for a week, 25 gold each.
Okay.
For skilled crew, for just manual laborers, you get them for about 5 gold, depending on what you're looking for.
Just how long is a week? Is that including weekends, or is it a 5-day week?
It's like a 5-day week, but it would include the weekends, like kind of thing. Like, so it's basically 1 week of work.
Gotcha.
Basically, so if you wanted like somebody who could navigate or who could steer the ship or take over like a major like that part, that would be 25 gold a week.
Okay.
And if you wanted just like people to work the sails, do that kind of thing, they're about 5 gold a week for basic seamen.
Okay.
Gotta use those seamen.
Yeah.
All right, let's go discuss our options, and we'll be right back, probably. All right, so I lead the way up to Saren's Folly there, and probably just gonna talk up deck. I think the red cutter is not our problem.
No, it's Dax.
It's Dax. It's toothless. That we don't really need to invest too much money in it. I say we mend it up as best as we can, but new mask is going to be on someone else to get.
Right. I'll agree to that.
Darren's Folly, that's something we're keeping. If we can get most of it done, if Buck can work on it, whether we're even like on while we're sailing, get the most important stuff done, and we should be good. I don't know how much it's going to cut the cost overall. Like, if he's doing 3/4, then that would leave us with like, if it's 1,000 gold to fix it all, it's 250, right? Afterwards.
Yeah. What's the time on your mend spell?
It's a minute per casting.
And that's what's the size on the cantrip?
It just says a small tear or break.
Yeah. So
no longer than 1 foot in dimension.
So yeah, so it's a yeah. So let's say
Can it repair like rotted wood?
it could like, depending on how bad the wood is. So I would say a fourth of the wood is beyond repair. Some of the stuff is just like starting to go bad. You could mend it before it gets any worse. But if you were to leave it there, it would go bad eventually, or wouldn't be able to hold the pressure, right? So I would say you've got I said it was a 30-foot boat, right? 30, 60? 60-foot boat. And you've got 3 levels, 6 foot high. So 6 times 3 times 60 times 2 divided by 60. So if you spend about 36 hours working on the boat of work time, you could do 3/4 of the mending on the boat.
I'm willing to do it.
That'd be 36 work hours. So that would work to about
4.5 days.
yeah, basically.
All
Alright, so I feel like we're probably going to be here for more than a week, so if we do that, we're going to need to keep aside 350 gold. We'll get Buck to do as much work as he can. We'll get as much fixed. We'll get another estimate done, and we'll get them into work. But we're going to need another fee for both boats at port. So, let's see. I'm willing to put up...
So you have 7 days for the week, right? So
Yeah.
5 work days plus 2, just to give you an idea. So you've paid advance 7, so you've got 6 more days left. in
6 more
Fort Wayne.
days. I know Buck wants to do some work at the smithy, right? So
I am skint broke. I've not got a gold piece to my name, so.
Oh, hopefully we can win some money.
To be fair, can I know do the majority of repairs while we're at sea?
I'd say there's some stuff at the dock where they'd lift you up to get to the bottom part of the boat that you can't do at sea. I'd say about a day's work on the lower portion of it.
Oh, okay.
The rest you can do at sea.
Okay, well, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so 1 work day for you to do the major stuff before you set out. We'll get
with the help
rotten stuff.
of the team, right? For
Yeah.
the basic cost.
So we'll pay them probably the $250, get them to swap out the rotten wood, all that kind of stuff, and help Buck do the work. And then we should be out by the week. And we'll go check out the fighting arena after we've set the arrangements. We'll probably do the work tomorrow. Start the work tomorrow, if that works with everyone.
All right.
I can maybe find some work down at the tavern too. Maybe me and Gerald can do some performances.
Cool.
All right.
I would like to go see at least what the entrance fee is for this for the fight pits.
Yeah.
See how much we can win. See if it can help us cover our costs.
Yeah. I, for the most part, can cover the $250 to get the ship going. I will need a bit of help, but then we can go see about that winning that prize, because we can definitely use the money in our pockets.
I can front 75 gold.
I can give you 8 silver.
I can do
Oh Jesus!
80 gold.
80 gold? Okay. Alright. It looks like maybe we should see about going to win that arena first before we go dropping all our money.
Yeah, let's go see how much it costs. Get it.
Yep. I stop Riley as we're heading out, and I'm like, I feel like we have a plan, but we're gonna check out the town a bit more, and we would like to see about selling this jerky we have here. How much of that jerky do we have to sell? Because we could use the money.
We
Roland
have
ate it
a
all.
lot.
Well, is it jerky yet, or is it still raw meat?
I'd say it's raw meat. It takes some time to dry out. You have it like drying out here. It's only a day and a half old at this point, but you had about 5 tons, right? So
About that.
And we have people on the ship who could go out to sell it.
yeah, you'd probably, if you wanted to like prep it for jerky, you'd have to set it on over a flame, right, to dry it out. Really, you could dry it in the sea air. It just takes longer.
How long does it take for sea air?
So, just to make our lives a little easier, can we assume that a pound of shark is worth the same as a pound of chicken?
Yeah.
So we could sell for 1 copper per pound.
Yeah.
We have 5 tons.
Yeah.
How many tons
Jesus.
are it's 2,000 pounds in a ton? That's 10,000 pounds. So that's 10,000 copper or 1,000 silver or 100 gold.
Okay.
If everyone's fine with that math.
Yeah. So we'll say that with the help of the sea people, you could probably dry that over the next day and have it prepped for sale, and you'd probably make around 100 gold off that shark.
More like 90, right? Because of the 10%.
Sharks. I'll say shark's a little bit higher grade
Okay.
than chicken. So we'll say you can make about 100 gold.
Okay.
Plus, it was a giant shark.
Yeah,
All right. So that's
Well, of course we're
100
gonna
gold.
upsell it for all the trouble we went through.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Tell the
that's
story
true.
of like this is like prime shark meat, rare, great white shark meat. You know.
Speaking of fish, I'm a fool. Why am I going for a performance when I can help I can help find a job in fishes here? I work with water all the time.
Let's go to the fighting pits first.
Let's do
and
it.
then we'll see about domestic jobs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I get the feeling me and Mach are gonna be selling quite a bit of shark.
Get your
That's
fish here.
all on you guys. I'm taking
Fresh
care of Sarah and Spalley.
I've
you
invented,
fucked
Fucking
it up.
invented. We're just gonna go fish. We're just
I've
gonna
invented
bait
sushi.
giant sharks and do it. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, you also don't get to take any of our ships to go fishing. I'm just letting you know that now.
That's okay. I can
And
swim.
nobody trusts you with ships anymore.
Those giant bites from the shark are the main parts that have to be repaired. By the
I
way,
figured that's what's costing us right now.
that's your.
And we only making 100 gold from that. Was it worth?
I mean, you guys made a lot off the chest. You just split it up and spent it on fancy things. So you head across the bridge, and the fighting arena is this big sort of arena here off to the side here. Seemed like it was traditionally maybe used for dueling or sorts. You kind of hear people talking about it. But over here is the sign-up house, this little thing here. You guys head over, and it's actually very, very busy. There's tons of people checking this out. It's surprising for a small town to have such a big thing. You see and you read signs, and there's a sign sort of detailing that. They have a small sort of, let's say, young boy sort of screaming, sort of one of the screamers, sort of yelling for entries. Enter in! Big tournament this weekend. Fight the
Aye.
mythical beast.
Straight in.
Mythical beasts.
Mythical beasts of all kinds. You walk inside, and it's a sign-up shop. There's a grisly-looking, sort of bearded veteran guard taking names. Looks like he goes as you walk in. Hi, welcome. Looking for tickets to see the show, or are you looking to test your metal?
Oh, he's mythical, all right.
How much does
Look,
it
we're
cost
here
to
to-
sign up?
Okay, so we've got 2 events going on. We've got the competition, which is a series of bouts with increasing difficulty. The farther you go, the more prize money you win. Or we have the mythical bout, which is a single combat against a rare and powerful beast brought in by our good friends, adventurers. That one?
What type of beast we talking?
Oh, that's the surprise. Here's how it goes. If you make it past the second rank in the normal competition, you are entered. You have the chance to enter into the mythical round. If you want. And you're alive.
There are breaks in between the bouts.
Aye. We run 1 set of bouts a day per group.
Oh.
So, but for the mythical bouts. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So you have your mythical thing, which happens at the end of the week. You have multiple fights, so you get through your 1, 2, 3. So as many rounds as you want to get on your first one, on sort of like the qualifiers, if you will, to see how far you get, and that gives you your ticket to buy into your mythical. Based on how well you do on that, you get a higher chance of fighting the beast, because there's a limited amount of beasts, and the top seeds get their choice spots on the second event, basically.
But the qualifiers are one a day.
No, so the qualifiers, they'll do qualifiers 1 day, and you can do multiple rounds in 1 day. You don't fight them all in a row. You maybe get like a 15, 20, 1 hour break between rounds. And then, so they do qualifiers on 1 day, and then you get a full night's break before the big event.
Okay.
How much is entry?
So, basic entry is 5 gold a person. And if you want to qualify for the mythical, that is 50 gold a person. But, prize money. For every time you increase in your difficulty as you go and during the qualifiers, we double the prize money. First round, you make it through, 50 gold. Second round, 100 gold. Third round, 200 gold each.
Eat.
For the mythic round, We give you 5,000 gold if you manage to win.
Well,
But not each.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how many rounds are in the qualifiers?
you can go up
What's
to
the max?
5.
Okay. How many people can we have in a group?
Groups under 8.
Under 8.
Over 4,
Perfect.
under 8. Okay.
We fit that bill.
Years old?
The costs are mainly to pay for the beasts and for the cleric services. Should you require a cleric service afterwards to revive you, reincarnate you, or put you back together in pieces, there is a fee for that. But they are offered included as a service to you. We will not let anyone die on our watch, but you know.
Alright.
Some very organized services around here.
Well, we normally do this once a year, but now it just seems like there's so many people that we had to sort of do one now. Take advantage.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll say
Yes.
we do this.
You try it out, 5 gold each to start. And if you do well, great. If not, it's 20 silver for a ticket. You can watch the festivities. What do you say?
Let's try out the first part and
They're
then
way
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, qualifiers start in 2 days. You've got some prep time.
I may have to borrow 5 gold from the bard. Gerald, say nothing if you agree. Perfect.
Nice.
Gerald just
I was
buys
about
us
to
in.
say. I honestly was about to say, like, so has anyone seen to Gerald's gold bag? You know, while he's sick. You know, that needs attention and love too.
I'm gonna walk up to the burly man. You say, by the way, what's your name?
Oh, my name. Well, it's Ty. Ty Razzle.
Tyrazzle. Nice.
Tyrazzle.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind me asking, are there any restrictions, or maybe items we should know about?
No restrictions. We ask you not to. You've got a decent amount of space to work with. Try not to. We'll have some guards to make sure you don't, damage the on-watchers. But no, you just only allowed to bring what you bring.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Whoa. Bless
Just
you.
curiosity, are there any maybe preliminaries for single bouts?
Not this week. We usually mainly stick to single bouts, but after this week, maybe we will see.
Good to know.
Okay.
Sounds like a fun place we could come to every once in a while.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
we try to have something different every month.
2 days, you're saying.
Brings in the folks, right? We need something to bring in the peeps. Not so much right now, but normally it helps.
So 2 days until the qualifiers start, right?
Hmm.
Do we give our gold to you now or then?
Yeah. Now for signing fee, give me your 5 gold now. We'll
Okay.
write your names down. I need. You guys are all competing together.
Can we also write down the names of our 2 friends that'll also be joining us?
Yeah. Just write down who's coming along.
Okay.
And we'll put you on the list.
5 gold.
Yeah.
I'm sure Gerald and Dalen can split.
Yeah, they'll
you guys
spot
have,
you.
you guys have split all the costs with the ship stuff. I'm sure they can.
Hey.
I'm gonna demand some boat fees out of them, considering.
They've been on the boat. They need to pay for that.
You can
If
just tell
anything, you're the one who should be paying for the boat.
them- we can just say what happened last week. Well, unfortunately, there were these boat fees you guys had to pay when everyone else was out. The dockmaster came by and charged you.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
Worth it.
so you sign your names. The last thing you have to consider is they want a team name for you to announce you as. So think about it.
Okay.
We will stop this for now, as it is 11:20.
All right.
Our
And
greatest weakness, names.
We will take this up next week. I will touch base with Gerald and Dalen for downtime activities. We will assume, unless you guys have specifics, that you guys will get 2 days of downtime activities for whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
So let me know from now until next week if there are specific things you guys want to do. Just basically around town things, as the boat's getting repaired. And as time winds down, we'll pick this up next week at the tournament start.
Hell
So is
yeah.
it like we've got 2 days of downtime and then the tourney?
Correct.
Okay. How much gold will I make per day working at the forge?
I'm gonna say you're gonna make 8 gold,
8 gold?
8 to 10 gold.
You also have to
Today?
spend
What's that?
1 day. You have to spend 1 day on the ship
Yeah.
too.
That's what I'm asking. So I'm the first day working on the ship. So for the second day, plus the day I already worked, it's 8 gold.
Ah.
So 5 days. 5, 10. We'll say 10 gold.
10 gold. Oh, I can pay for my own entry fee.
Hey.
So Null, if you want that money back.
We also need a day to come up with a name because we are not.
I gotta pick my spells very carefully for this.
Mm-hmm. So know that so there's a possibility of having 1 to 3 to 5 rounds, depending on how it goes. The last thing I'll tell you is based on other teams. So if other teams fail, you might fight a monster another team has fought. You might fight doesn't necessarily, you don't know if it's a monster. They don't specify if it's a monster, what it is.
Do they heal the monsters between rounds?
You don't know, but you might. And so the maximum that you can go is 5 rounds on the qualifiers. It could be less based on how the other teams do.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
Get pumped.
And we'll pick this up next week.
All right, everyone, get a scrapbook ready. Put your team names down, and maybe in the next couple of days, we'll put them all in the Discord and see what gets picked out of the hat.
I like it.
Cool.
All right.
Good stuff.
All right, night,
Trash
guys.
talk.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I,
Night.
Nathan, what are we doing for IRL next?
Oh, for our game?
Yeah.
I think, the Monday Thanksgiving would be best if everyone's free after their turkey day.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Yep.
off that day.
That's why I want to make sure you were off. I don't know
I'm
about
not sure about Sarah yet, because Sarah might be at the cottage.
Sarah.
We're going.
Oh, no? Okay,
I
never mind then.
think
So Monday might work
we're-
best.
Okay. So let's
You'll
start.
gotta
Right.
decide where you want to go, though, so I have an idea of where I want to prep.
I think we've pretty much. I'm gonna maybe Jess, you can confirm. We're pretty much gonna go to the get a boat, right?
Port Stormwatch. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go over there. I think because either way, Ferrick's gonna want to go there, and I'm not being stranded
Right.
outside of a town that hates us for 18 plus days
Yeah.
because he needs the portable hull.
So we'll try. I guess we'll try to charter a boat.
Hopefully, Beatrix can get us on a Sterling ship or something like that. We'll find a nice port town to get out of.
And I've got some other stuff. Nathan, I will send you offline with things I'm going to do for the keep and stuff before we leave.
Cool. Any
Okay.
info you want to send me in advance would be appreciated, but otherwise I'll prep bits of every direction, but I'll focus on Stormwatch then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's where we're going to go for our next leg. Unless
We got to make those necklaces first, I think.
Yeah.
And hopefully, while Ferrick's trying to get his scroll, we can get someone who either knows the spell or to help me make them, or
we need Gorgon
know.
blood too, right?
well, there's a spell we can use too. So, like, if I can hire a spellcaster to do it.
So remind me, Ferrick wants to go for the scroll. Viatrix, you want to go for family reasons.
family, and
Is there any other reason that folks are going there?
No.
we also know that Lady Luvia's been there before, so maybe we might be able to get some more insight on like the happenings of the history of what happened there.
I think if you read my Facebook post, I specifically said she has not been there.
Didn't you say earlier
Did I say
that Brogan and them had come from Port Stormwatch, and that I knew the tales of like their adventures there and how they fought Lady Luvia?
They didn't fight Luvia. There was some trouble that went down, which is why you wanted to go check up on the family, I think. But I don't think I said it had to do with her specifically.
No, I don't think so.
Did I?
Okay.
No, so that's the one thing I have to debate, because my thought, and you guys can take this offline, but like my thought was I'm sensing some urgency. So if it's on Slan would probably look to go straight to what's it called? Not Lion's Blade, but
Shadowstone?
Yes, Shadowstone. That would be where Slan would want to go. But I will
Is that where the hunter is?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if the hunter would appreciate you coming up on his doorstep without at least cloaking yourself from her sights.
Well, yeah, he was listed as an ally, right, to the cause.
Yeah.
So
It's up to you guys how you want to approach it. You don't have very much info because Brogan doesn't have very much info.
Right.
So again, two ways to deal with it. Either we go somewhere to get more info, or we go there because we know we have an ally.
I think Via is pretty much like straight up spooked right now, so
The land of
like,
Asteria
he'll probably
will
want to
face
go to
threat of
Stormwatch.
annihilation by the evil forces that brought
I don't
chaos
know
throughout the
if
world.
like, and she also wants to
On
make
that
those
destined
necklaces because
day,
she's not.
the savior sent by Bel
She
will
doesn't
descend
feel
from
good
the
knowing
sky
that
and
Lady
give one
Luvia
last
can just
hope on the
pop up anywhere and
devastated
know
land.
exactly where she is. It's her
When the forsaken
essentially a
people
safe
come
place
together
in
with the
her mind
Savior,
to get that done and then
the
get the
land
fuck
will
out.
have eternal
Now, I'm not
peace.
saying we stay there for like a
Everyone
month or
called this
anything.
prophecy the
I
miracle
definitely don't
of
want
Bel.
any long downtime.
out!
If that helps Slan at all, because it will also be close to.
Well,
We'll be at a port.
He doesn't really care, right? He just wants to.
Yeah.
To track her down.
Yeah.
So
So I'm thinking no long downtimes.
Correct myself.
what's that?
So just to correct myself, so the Facebook post was technically accurate. Luvia herself has not been to Port Stormwatch, but Brogan knows that she has dipped her fingers there recently, but she herself has not visited the place.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I think you had mentioned that you wanted to get there and warn them of her. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, I didn't catch any of that. My internet's speed.
No, it could have been me. I was far away. I said I think you had mentioned you wanted to go down and warn them to be sure that they were aware that she was acting. Was another thing you had said, but maybe I'm wrong, Jess.
Sorry, my internet died for a second. Try again.
I think Jess was saying that she wanted to warn the people of what's it called? The
Stormwatch?
Stormwatch that Luvia is on the move.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Brogan's knowledge is also limited to about a year, because that's how long he's been a Revenant.
Right.
Right.
Alright. So yeah, if Slan's good with at least visiting Stormwatch for about a week, get the things done. We're in a port town, so we should hopefully be able to charter something out to the mountains after we have our divine cover.
Cool.
Time for a real battle.
Alrighty.
Let us be
Time for a real battle. Let us begin.
I should be able to do
Let
Monday.
us begin.
I might have trouble getting out there depending on how bad the buses are, because it's a holiday, right?
Yeah, the shit show buses. Let me know.
I know the 88 will get me most of the way to like Terry Fox, but the 61 might be spotty as fuck.
Yeah, well, let me know if you get stuck somewhere. If you can make it to where the parking ride is and stuff, then I can come grab you or something like that too.
Eagleson Park and Ride or which
Yeah,
park and ride?
yeah.
Okay.
It just depends.
I probably can make it to like Hazeldean Mall. My bus doesn't go past the park and ride,
Yeah,
but
Hazeldean's fine.
yeah.
If
Okay.
you go there, I can pick you up there. I just don't want to I'll have the kids and stuff. So I can 10 minutes jump off and I can grab you there.
Okay, perfect. That'd be great.
Yeah, just let me know.
Awesome. All right then. Have a good turkey day, guys.
Thanks, you too.
See ya.
The most anime game in the world.
You're just an elf from Deserters Island.
It was a terrible nightmare. The truth. Our new hope. The one who resonates with the master of karma.
This is my karma, the sword Talia.
Their experience will now be your own.
Are you alright? It seems the shock of sharing karma was too strong. The sun is already up. I took too much time locating a safe place to take the princess. This is still Bellatos' territory. We need to get out of here quickly.
Welcome back. Wow. You've completed your mission and received your karma. I can feel your newfound power. Ah. It seems like you don't remember anything prior to receiving the karma, right? Don't worry. It happens sometimes from the shock of receiving the karma. Follow me. The violence in Belatos has been getting worse. But we finally have some good news. Prim found a clue to the location of an ancient Kurtzfell, who was lost during the Great Change. You know about it, right? Here's the false god's eternal silence.